Finally, we have reached to the concluding video of the historical account, and we had discussed the pre-colonial time of agriculture sector in the subcontinent. Then we had discussed the impact of colonialism. The direction of discussion has been towards examining the issue that whether the agriculture sector of Pakistan is or was feudal or capitalist. Many social scientists or observers or students of Pakistan economy still believe that Pakistan in general and its agriculture sector in particular is still feudal. They agree that British colonialism initiated the capitalism in the agriculture sector through various steps. They mentioned this step in their arguments. Like they have mentioned that there was economic growth, or one thing to mention over here, that they have observed the Punjab region of the subcontinent to give their conclusion in the favor of feudal structure of the agriculture sector, and particularly the canal colonies of Punjab. So in those colonies, the observer have mentioned that there was absence of agricultural revolution, although there was greater economic growth, or there was increase in the agriculture production, but the agriculture did not experience any major transition from traditional modes. Secondly, there was economic expansion and modernization and increase in the agricultural output and crop, but this increase or this quantitative increase in the crop production was not accompanied with the qualitative increase. They also believe that the steps taken by the British rulers have initiated and they are responsible for starting the commercialization of agriculture sector in the South Asia, and the monetization of the agriculture sector results out in more integration or greater integration of the land area or the agriculture area with the rest of the India or rest of the subcontinent. And they also mentioned the extended communication networks like railways, increase in the agriculture production. But capitalistic form of agriculture sector did not emerge on significant scale. Agricultural expansion did not provide a solid social base conducive for rapid change. So conclusion is clear that agriculture sector remained feudal or at least pre-capitalist. It has not formed into the capitalistic structure. Now finally come to another interpretation where scholars believe that colonial influence actually generated or speed up the process of change in agriculture from the feudalism to capitalism. So they have very strong arguments in support. First of all, the private ownership of land. This alone feature of the colonial time is enough to mention that how the agriculture sector has been transformed from the feudal to the capitalistic structure. So first of all, they have, or the colonial impact results out in the private ownership of land concept in this region. Secondly, the emergence of agricultural market. We had thoroughly discussed that how the agricultural markets have emerged in the colonial time and what was the reasons behind. Then the Britishers were responsible for establishment of different rules or protection rights. So rights of alienation and transfer, which were absent in the Mughal pre-colonial time, they were given in the colonial time period. Then introduction of the legal system to support and to protect the rights defined in different for the different members of agriculture sector. Then establishment of official sources of credit, that means the credit market or the debt market. We had discussed in detail कि जब टैक्स पेमेंट की बारी आई तो the need of the time was with the farmers that they need to get loan from the money lenders to pay the tax. So there was emergence of the debt market. Then the protection of land users, the rights were defined for tenants and peasants first time in the colonial time. There was greater integration and interaction between the town and the country. We had defined and discussed that how the steps taken by the colonial time period results out in the greater integration of the remote village area from self-sufficiency and isolation to the connection with the subcontinent or with the rest of the India. Then the quantity of crops grew so much so that quantity is finally to be exported. Then the concept of wage labor emerged in this colonial time, which was absent in the pre-colonial time. Britishers have also settled up the agricultural zones where there were small manufacturing units established for manufacturing the implements which helps in increasing the production of agriculture sector, जो कि औजार और tools different agriculture sector में use होते हैं. तो उनके जो manufacturing units थे वो agriculture sector के agricultural lands के करीब लगाए गए. ये agricultural zone जो है ये भी उस time period में establish हुए. तो ये जो different बहुत important और few steps or arguments mentioned by the other school of thought in support of their conclusion that the colonial influence was responsible for transforming agriculture sector from feudalism to capitalism. That is enough. So according to them, these arguments are enough to support for pre-capitalistic to capitalistic type of agriculture sector, and this is more on factual lines. So by end of this video we have completed the first subtopic of agriculture sector, which is historical account. Next video में हम discuss करेंगे the concept of and the description of the green revolution. Till then I would suggest you need to have thorough reading from your recommended book of all this historical account, the basic concept, and to have thorough understanding of these concepts. So wish you good luck for your studies. See you in the next video. Take care.